Deadeye is a specialization focused on long-range targeted bursting. Your playstyle revolves around aggressive engages, fast disengage and kite, ganks, infiltration behind enemy lines, etc. Your main strengths are stealthing abilities, crazy mobility, self-offensive boon upkeep, self-instant cleanse, and very high burst damage. Your main weakness are basically stealth revealing, chain crowd control effects, and non-damaging conditions such as immobilize, cripple, weakness, fear, etc. Rifle is a fantastic weapon. Despite being exclusively projectile-based, the kit offers a wide variety of tools. The rifle kit has two stances. We can call the first default stance unkneel or standing. While being standing up, you have access to 3 skills to burst: auto attack, which inflict vulnerability; skill 2, which grants perma swiftness and cripple; and skill 3, which grants might. Skill 4, called death retreat, is your instant cleanse leap skill and a very good mobility retreat. When you press skill 5, you enter the second stance, which we can call kneel. While kneeling, your skill 1 and 3 are the same but deals twice vulnerability, might, and skill 2 grant more boons and inflict immobilize. But the most important thing while kneeling is skill 4, which creates a projectile deny smoke field line. And when you walk in this line while being kneeled, it allows you to stealth leap in it. Now with all of this, how to perform a nice burst? The rotation to take down someone is pretty simple. F1, skill 2, or skill 3 until you get full stacks of malice. Then either dodge skill 1, 2 or F2 skill 1, which will trigger a stealth attack to snipe the enemy. To get full stacks of malice, it's preferable to spam only skill 2 because it costs less initiative than skill 3. Now let's get to the build. For this build we are using Shadow Art's trait line 222, mainly for initiative gaining while stealthing, super speed while stealthing, cleansing while being stealth, stealthing while reviving an ally. Yeah, that's a big optimization to stealthing, and that's what we want. We are also using Trickery trait line 311, again for initiative increase, and extra initiative increase while swapping weapons in combat and by stealing. We use it as well for the offensive boons it gives when we use steal, F1. Finally, we go for Deadeye trait line 111 for malice increase. And because these traits are just the best you want to use for this build, especially the one that allows to stealth while dodging when you use a rifle. The gear used in this build is a wide mix of Demolisher armor with few Dragon and Berserker pieces, with also Marauder rifles. We use Demolisher gear to increase precision and ferocity, which are important because we absolutely want more than 66% critical chance. With full infusions, you are around 70% critical chance without fury, without quickness, which is optimal since we don't want 100% crit chance while under fury because we use Daredevil Relic and it will cost us too much power to reach this 100%. So we want a good amount of power and ferocity, granted by Scholar Rune in this case, along with sufficient precision granted by Demolisher, Dragon, Marauder mix, which would offer in addition, respectively, a bit of toughness and vitality that we doesn't refuse. Daredevil Relic synergizes very good with this build. Each seconds when you dodge in combat or evade an attack, your next hit is guaranteed to be a critical hit thanks to the relic. Since we will run 2 rifles, with energy sigils on each, air energy and bloodlust energy, we have at least 3 dodges that turns our auto attack into a 1500 range stealth attack. The attack, all we do is time that attack with full malice stacks from our F1 on a marked target, and it will deal terrible damages and it will be a guaranteed crit. Utility skills are situational. In general with this build you want to use Hide in Shadow's healing skill. It heals a lot, cleanse conditions, stealth you 3 seconds, and so make you gain initiative on entering and exiting stealth. A more aggressive playstyle would be to play Withdraw Healing skill. It's powerful against your main weaknesses since it cleanses Chill, Cripple and Immobilize. It's also an evade frame, so if you evade an attack, it will trigger Daredevil Relic. It heals a bit less than Hide in Shadows, and contrary to it, you cannot cast it while running, and it doesn't stealth you, so it's up to you. For a perma-stealth approach and safe playstyle, I recommend Hide in Shadows over Withdraw. Mercy is very useful and our intangible second utility skill. It allows you to perfuse yourself with tons of boons, Perma Fury, and Might Upkeep notably, since it reloads your F1. You also gain initiative, so you have more burst potential. And on top of that, it's a break stun, so it can be used as a panic button, and just after that, press skill 4 to escape dangerous situations. Use it wisely. The third utility slot is the most interesting and make this build very fun. We want to play Seal Arena in all fighting scenarios and selfish fights, outside of Keep and Towers fighting in general. You can kite around your Seal Arena and trap enemies inside, or hide yourself inside and let enemies outside of this protection bubble depending on the cases. Against enemies with projectiles and a lot of stability resistance, you want to be inside and use it defensively. Against others, melee or range classes, you can trap them inside. We are not using Seal Arena in all Keep and Towers group defense or attack encounters. Instead of it, we take Portal. Since we are running a perma-stealth build, if any situation go wrong for your team, you have the ability to place a portal allies and yourself in Keep and Towers you remained stealthily in, so it gives a very strong supportive aspect to this spec. By simply porting a Mesmer or other thieves inside, you can get a whole squad inside an objective keep or tower and snipe Lord quickly, which can be useful. For a solo play, you can always use Portal as a panic portal prepared before a fight, or place a portal between your Shadow Step and your Shadow Step return, or using it offensively as an additional stealth nearby you, because every interval you enter your portal, it stealths you and your allies entering for 2 seconds. Fourth utility slots, which is a kind of break stun and that we never change, is Shadow Step. Because Shadow Step. That's it. You can use it offensively to kite enemy weight until he comes to you and Shadow Step back, or defensively as a panic disengage. When you use Shadow Step, always be aware that you don't have Shadow Step anymore, and adapt your playstyle to always be able to use Rifle Skill 4 or a panic portal or anything to be able to disengage and not get stun locked. Last utility slot, we use Elite Shadow Meld because it has 2 count, so it can stealth you 2 seconds 2 times, which means extra initiative on enter and exit stealth, extra stealth attack, and it gives space between rifle leap stealthing, healing stealthing, dodge stealthing, so you can use it in between all of this to perma-stealth dynamically and find a good spot to kite during fight. Lastly, for food, we use in general Ascended Power DPS food of any type, along with Costa utility. Writ of Masterful Strength, which gives 200 power when your health is above 90%. Since we don't have more than 15,000 horsepower and Hide in Shadows heals for 6,000, you can ensure to be at higher than 13.5 thousand horsepower. It's a powerful addition to the burst potential of this build, so you have guaranteed criticals hit with the relic, extra power from Bloodlust, damage modifier from Malice stacks. You can deal very heavy damage with this. Also, considering Deadeye goal is to always kite safely, it never lose HP if you are good, because otherwise if you lose HP it means that you will die very fast.